All right, we're doing some special camera work today that you'll be able to see in December. So there you go.
At some point, yeah.
My ADD, I'll think of things on the weekend. I go, I got to talk about that. I tweeted about it. But two things. Dallas Cowboys, when did they play? They played Thanksgiving Day, right. So that would be first. What coach, and I heard he defended it, I didn't look at it, but what coach in his right mind, and I'm all for going for it, man. I don't think they do it enough. But what coach in his right mind, when he's on his own 30, and it's not 4th and 1, it's 4th and 10, he decides to do a fake punt on his own 30, letting the punter throw a ball or some backup throw the ball for a big 2-yard gain. And I thought, well, it can't get worse. And God bless you, hook 'em horns. And I know I'm a fair weather fan, but what human being who has the top Texas running back, 5 stars?
How many stars?
5 stars recruited. They barely played him all year long, and you can see it in him. Before the game or after the first quarter or something, they went to Ricky Williams, one of the nicest human beings you could possibly ever meet. Went on one of our cruises.
He's a real one.
Just a really super guy.
Looks good growing the dreads back.
Who got screwed by a horrible agent, but that's another story. And Ricky goes, yeah, I call him Little Ricky. So Ricky Williams, who won the Heisman, I think it was the anniversary of him breaking the rushing record. He calls, what's the kid's name?
Little Ricky?
I can't remember his name.
Ricky Ricardo Jr.?
And he goes, I call him Little Ricky. So you got Little Ricky in the backfield, right? Mm-hmm. And you're going to go for it on a 4th and 1, and you throw the ball you've already missed it. You've already missed one pass, and I think didn't they miss a pass or get stood up?
Dude, there was a lot going on.
And you throw a quick slam.
Almost decade.
When you got a guy who was doing an Ezekiel Elliott, he was getting at least 3 to 4, even when he was just barely able to get past the line. It was so frustrating, And then they didn't go for a field goal while they had a chance.
They just got cutesy. I think.
I don't know.
I'm not a coach.
But you sure slammed one off the air.
I'm just going to say, I think that
your analogy was right. He still thinks he's in Houston, where he had a pool of all those great Houston high schools, and they could just run all over everybody in that. What is it, USA League?
Conference USA.
Conference USA. He's not. He's up against Iowa State. He's up against.
Sometimes you have to be a sober and serious person, even when it's fun.
Take the points.
When it's fun to put the accelerator down, and let's have fun. But sometimes you have to remember, we're playing some good people, whether you want to think about it or not. I'm having so much fun watching Mac Brown do so incredibly well with a team that didn't have a single win a couple years ago, and now he's eating it up.
They lost this weekend, though, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
They played the number 2, and I'm telling you, he has no one who is recruited on his team, and they are ranked.
I don't understand why Dallas. I'm watching Hard Knocks. Sean McVay makes me crazy.
What team is it this year?
It's both the Rams and the Chargers in the same area.
Them too, huh?
And but Sean McVay is like one of those. He's like when my manager, what was his name? Rick
Terry. Who?
No, Terry was the guy who ran the Dairy Queens with my dad. What was his name? On 5th Street. That joined the Agape Force.
No idea. Oh.
That's what this guy's like. He's like, okay, guys, listen. Hey, you know what? You can't pour rain. He sounds like a young, up-tempo Dr. Phil. Super positive dude.
That's the word.
And they say he's extreme. I think they've only lost. I don't know what they did yesterday, but they had only lost 2 games. And I'm like, why does Dallas hire the old fat guy that won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers when he was super young and amazing, and he's amazing this year. Tom Brady looked horrible, but and then the same thing with Texas. I don't understand why the Gary Patterson up at TCU, who just kicks everybody's ass. Why not? Hell, bring back what's his name from Texas Tech. Can you imagine what he could do with that with that recruiting?
Good. There's good lessons to learn there. They were wrong about how they went about getting rid of Mac Brown, and then it's called karma. You got to pay the piper.
No.
They got involved with a bunch of big money donors who said,
Did they rhyme with Schmed Schmacombs?
I don't know who all was there. I know, that was the worst rhyme ever.
Schmed Schmacombs.
I was going to say.
Try to figure that out.
It's Da Vinci Code.
There'll be a call later today. I will be asked not to be on the air tomorrow.
Did it rhyme with Schmelon Musk?
Said his last name. I don't know enough of it. But here's why Madden is so horrible. At least this version.
You could run the franchise better
it's
now.
well, it's already on Game Pass. That tells you how bad it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the brand new version?
Yeah.
Is that or the most recent?
So
it's EA. EA is going to be on Game
this
Pass.
is so good. So you can play the face of the franchise, but you got to play your last 2 college games. And here's the thing: you got to go through you got to pick a team. You have to walk up and pick a hat. Of course, I'm picking a Longhorn hat. Almost picked Texas Tech, but I pick the guy walks up. And then so I pick that. Everybody cheers. He goes to the bathroom.
It follows him to the bathroom?
No, this is good. He goes to the bathroom, and that's where
So realistic.
he goes in as a black dude, but you go in and you change his facial features. So you change the nose, the ears. You can make him look horrendous. And I turned him in to a square-jawed white guy named Ernestine Dudley.
Racist.
Ernestine.
Classic
It's
NFL
Ernestine
name.
because my dad's first
So many
name was
Ernestines
Earl.
and Dudleys.
My dad's first name was Earl. So, and it's cool. They've got Dudley in the database because they go, Dudley drops back. But hold on. So he goes in the bathroom either before or after he chooses. I think it's before. It's before he chooses what school he's going to go to. And he's about to walk out, and the guy goes, "Hey," guy sitting in a stall. You just see his legs, and he goes, "Hey man, I was hoping to run into you." And he's looking weird, like a guy's talking to me in a stall. He goes, "Okay, yeah. Listen, if you ever have any questions, just give me a ring." And he goes, "Oh, all right." In high school, right? He walks out, and then a few minutes later, Patrick Mahomes comes out of the bathroom. And then you have to play the last 2 games, you can't fast forward through the videos. You have to watch them.
That's not right. That's not right to do to people.
And the coach calls you in immediately at UT and says, "Listen, so-and-so decommitted from so-and-so, and he's the best. He's the number 1 recruit. He's coming in at quarterback." And you go, "I'll beat him." And then they jump ahead 4 years, and the guy hasn't played a down, but suddenly you have to play the last 2 games as a starting quarterback for the national championship. And they want you to move forward to a pro team because it's super easy. I think it was 42-3.
Too much no football playing in
no,
the football
no,
game.
Sounds
it gets
like.
better.
It sounds like
It's not even a
better.
football game. You're like in the political side of it.
No.
It sounds like, what was that game where you controlled a family?
The
Sims?
The Sims.
That's what
So
it is.
this kid, one of the receivers, is playing for his brother who was on the team but got killed, right? So you win the national championship and everybody doubted you, and you have to answer things in the right direction or I don't know what it does. And so there's a victory speech, and the female sideline. Oh, I'm going to get myself in trouble. I forgot what I got to talk about. The female sideline reporter does this long interview with you at some point, and then they get up for the presentation of the national championship, and it lasts 9 minutes, and they're going, "This is for my brother, man.
You can't skip through it?
No, you can't skip through
You
it.
gotta watch 9 minutes of a fake
This
players
sounds like
victory
the worst
speech.
thing ever.
And they've made the sideline reporter lady look like she's half black, half white with these, like the makeup's really horrible, whatever it is, the way they do it. So you go on to the pros.
It's too much.
The first time I got drafted by the Broncos, and I was so bad, and it was the 4th round because I didn't answer the right questions, like to go through I didn't do well at the combine. Then you got to go through the combine, and you got to do well. And he finally makes
The
it.
combine?
You got to go through the combine.
Dude, this is like a game for someone who is like, I don't really like football for the football. I like it for all the...
It's so bad. You got to go through the bullet pass and the zone read and the whole thing, and you got to score. And I finally figured that out. But then he gets to the pros. Oh, it's a college. He's leaving the last game or the middle game, and the guy who's got a dead brother says, "Hey, come here. There's somebody I want you to meet." And
There's too many characters. I can't keep up with what's going on.
Fast forward through them. Like on Call of Duty, if you don't want to watch,
You skip it. Hit A.
You just skip it, right?
I was wondering why they keep this option on the game. I don't know who's keeping it on there.
It sounds like you're describing that at some point he gets on a horse and you're in Red Dead Redemption, and you got to just ride around, have a conversation.
Red Dead Redemption was beautiful. Here's what happened on
Faster
Madden.
paced, I can tell.
They literally said, maybe it was COVID. They said, "Listen, we're not going to make this game any different. We're just going to throw a story in there for people." So now
that's why people play sports games, for the stories.
In between the national championship and the first playoff game in college, you walk out, and the guy whose brother's dead goes, "Hey, somebody wants you to meet." And he walks over, and there's this girl in a wheelchair with a knit cap and a guy whose face looks like mine, but his belly's not as big. "Hi, I'm Tom Johnson." It's the dad. This little girl is so annoying. They never say she has cancer. It's just insinuated because she's got the cap on. And I'm telling you.
Oh, you got to try to have sex with her?
No, but I wanted to do harm to her. It's not a real person because she says, "Will you do?" When he gets in the pros, she starts texting him. You got to reply to text messages, and you can't skip them. You cannot skip them.
Are you going to?
And so Joey Bosa text you and taunt you. Hold on, he taunts you, and you got to either taunt him back,
take the high road,
or take the high road,
they
or
go
another
low,
choice,
you go high.
Right? And this little girl, she says, "Can you do me a favor? Can you throw 4 touchdown passes?"
4?
Yeah. And you're like,
it's a little demanding.
Yeah, I wanted to kill this sick little girl by the time it's over. So, dude, it is so bad.
It almost sounds though like someone said, "Look, too many young kids out there are hoping to try to catch that brass ring, and become a superstar in football, and so many never make it even close. So let's show them how terribly awful it actually is to be in pro ball, and how much boring there is to your life." And then we'll have maybe more kids will just want to go to school.
And since I went 4th round, I got cut after 2 games, and I was getting inside information. And then there's this agent. That's this creepy agent that's around, and you got to sit through the video of him on the plane acting like a crazy person.
So wait,
so I got kicked out of the league as Earlstein, and now I'm playing my brother's name, Don Dudley. He went in the first round. I've lost 3 games, and there's been no repercussions so far.
Your first Earlstein just got cut after their first year in the NFL?
He got cut 3 games in.
How's the steakhouse doing?
Oh, Jesus, dude.
I was wanting to do that one too.
Oh, Roy Williams Steakhouse?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. The Roy Williams
Somebody
Steakhouse.
send this to Roy Williams.
Car dealership.
Somebody send this to Roy Williams video. Roy Williams. "Hi, my name is Dale Dudley. You may not remember me, but I have a much younger, more beautiful wife than yours. And once at a party, when you found out I was with her, you called your friends over to say, 'You believe this? She's with him,' or something. I've never forgotten, Roy. I'm glad you live in Odessa. You deserve it. Got you."
We don't know what we don't know what his girlfriend looks like.
She can't be better looking than my wife. There's no way. It's amazing. Okay, listen. It's so bad. It's just so bad. And then I want to go home and play it, I want to see. And you get to the pros.
I don't get
it. And
I
don't know what my setting is. You can set Madden, and it just kills you. They just kill you. They get sacked every game, every play.
I've always wondered why they keep that option on there to do the franchise thing, and it's just
stupid.
people like you. I don't get it.
No, I usually do the franchise one where you're just playing an entire season with a team.
Oh yeah, that's a regular. Yeah. But people that act as the coach and the
I'm sure
the owner.
I'm sure if I play. Listen, chess is extremely popular now because of that girl and that thing.
Is it, or did somebody write that article?
No, there really is.
Extremely...
Gary Kasparov, who I follow on Twitter because he's political.
Kasparov.
And he's been posting pictures people have been sending. It's gone crazy. Chess sets are gone crazy, and because of what is it called, the Queen's Gambit. And I had a bit idea. Have you ever played chess?
Yeah, I'll wreck y'all.
No, there's nobody in this room that I could beat ever.
Oh, well, that's not fun.
Wow, way to flex, dude.
No, I was thinking maybe you didn't ever play because you're
I've only played
you're
a few
Mexican
times
kid.
in high school, but I understand it.
That was a joke. I should have realized. I bought my brother bought his first chess set in Juarez.
I think they play a lot of chess and.
You can't make that many agate chess sets and not.
I've never won a chess game, even on the lowest setting on the internet.
Prisoners
to play
chess. So.
Yeah, I just can't.
You know what prisoners are good at? Is dominoes.
Why did I bring up
You ever
chess?
played dominoes with someone who's been in?
Yeah, but they get a little crazy, and I don't know how to play spades.
But they can
either.
they can see so many moves ahead.
Spades, I don't know how to play, but I know they kill it.
Oh, and if you watch the Queen's Gambit, there's methods that have been around for centuries.
Yeah, one of those would be called the Queen's Gambit.
You didn't have to be. I'm so used to cursing for 4 days.
But if there was a game that instead of playing chess, you got to go around as a chess king and get through
Why
all
did I
the
bring up
tournaments?
chess?
Because you were talking about chess sets for Christmas.
No, before that.
No,
though.
you were talking about that. You just said. He said, "Well, why would anybody want to play the franchise version?" And then you said, "Well, chess is getting really popular."
Oh yeah, you'd have deflected.
Yeah, I don't know. It's horrible.
guess
And
there's
I
two
heard it
different
was
classes
horrible.
of
And
people
it's
that
one of
play
those
Madden.
things where it's so bad I kind of want to see the season through to see what happens.
You know what my kid is really, really into right now? Is tic-tac-toe. Brutal, dude. It's brutal because
You can kill them. I can kill my kids.
Dude,
I used to kill my kids.
do you
with
have
that.
any interest in playing tic-tac-toe?
No, but I would
as a parent, you're supposed to sometimes be involved in your child's life. And my son is like, "Daddy, let's play tic-tac-toe." And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ. Again?
Jacob would literally cry.
Again?
He would cry.
You wouldn't let him win any?
No. We have a call. This
you
is
gotta
going to be good. First call on a Monday. Usually you get one call. Good call.
Good call. I liked
Good
it.
call.
I liked it.
Exactly.
Solid, quick, to the
Not-
point.
Now
Not
here
too
it
long.
is. Chess, a game that can be traced back 1,500 years, is suddenly one of the coolest games topping the wish list this holiday. The game's popularity can be explained by two big factors. People are spending time at home during the pandemic and the popularity of the Queen's Gambit.
I take a long time to make a move.
Have you watched that yet?
I watched the first 4 episodes.
That's when she's a little girl. You got to see her
Oh,
after
she
that.
grows up? Oh, okay.
Oh, she's smoking hot.
It's good, dude. It's a good show. I have a quick question. What's the show that everybody was on Twitter talking about last night? It's something on HBO, and it's called like Decompress or
I don't know.
Destruct.
I watched 2
How to?
it
documentaries.
starts with a D. How to is good though. We talked about that last
You
week.
know, when I brought up the Mandela Effect, I didn't even know I watched that show, but that's where I started
Right.
watching, talking about it.
What was the Mandela Effect? I know I watched it.
It's like things aren't how you remember them, and it was kind of proof of a different universe.
So I watched 2 documentaries, and one of them you got to stick with it through the first 3 episodes because it's pretty slow. But if you want to be super angry at our justice system, like angry, it's always bothered me when it's obvious somebody isn't guilty,
too late.
but the district attorney hangs on and tries to still demonize them. This dude got accused of killing a cop in Boston, and as a kid, a 19-year-old kid, and he was in jail for 20 years. They tell you everything up front that's happening, but when you get into the evidence and what they have and what this one lawyer, I fell in love with this woman. It's called 4 Trials. It's excellent. Amanda and I sat and watched 6 episodes on Sunday, all the way through. I'd already watched
true
2 or 3 or
crime?
4. True crime. It's
My
called
wife will watch anything.
4 Trials. And you'll be infuriated at how corrupt the Boston Police Department was.
I bet I won't be surprised.
Well, they say it's better, but I don't know.
I don't know.
And
Towns
then
like
the other one,
Chicago, Boston, LA. There's certain towns where I'm just like, I don't know that I'm going to
Imagine
trust
the
the
guys
cops
that
there.
don't get a documentary.
and the other one I just kind of stumbled onto that was interesting, and it was this guy.
Oh, I've seen that.
Did you see this one? The Lion's Trail. Oh, I didn't realize that's from 2002.
Wait,
Yeah.
Lion's Trail or the Lion's Share?
Oh, it's the Lion's Share. You're right. No, it's the Lion's Share, 2019. This dude came from South Africa to the United States, and he was very against apartheid, but he left and thought he could do something over here. And then later on, he writes a book and says, no, I left because I was scared of the violence that was going on, let's be honest. And he writes this book in the mid-'80s that was huge about apartheid. And then Rolling Stone asked him to do an article one day, and somehow he stumbles on to the fact that the song "The Lion Sleeps Tonight," which was originally called in America, a Weemaway, which isn't even a word. It starts with an M, and it means lion, that the family never got any of the now the lion sleeps tonight was added on to a song where a guy went dee 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 wee bumba day, right?
Yes.
It was an African folk song that he had written.
It's made famous by
And when they
Warhol,
got it
man.
over to the United States, people just wrote down African folklore song. No need for royalties. And it went all the way to the Lion King. And this guy's daughters, who were still alive, they got a check one time for $600.
Nice.
And I haven't watched the end of it yet. I'm hoping they got a payday because Disney was the one that took it from them. That's called A Lion's, what is it?
Remastered The Lion's Share.
The Lion's Share is that one.
Damn you, Disney.
I don't think I'm gonna watch
But
that
I'm
one.
telling you, Trial 4 is great. It's excellent.
Four trials.
Hello to you wherever you are watching the cameras in December. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you soon. I think we come back January 3rd, somewhere around that area.